10 Minutes to Joy is your weekly invitation to reset, recharge, and rediscover your most joyful self through aha moments and simple energy techniques. You're listening to holistic psychotherapist Sylvia Plester-Silk. I've worked with individuals, couples, and groups. From parole officer to private practice, I've learned many lessons and am ready to share. We talk about exercise being an extremely important part of self-care. I fully acknowledge that I'm exercise resistant. What does that mean? Don't ask me to go to a gym and belong to a gym. I've tried that several times unsuccessfully. Along the path, I've had some great trainers, Pam being one of them, but it's not my jam. I enjoy walking, but then I'm walking around and I don't think I'm getting cardio. Hmm. So recently I decided enough was enough, and I reached out to Pam, a previous trainer at a gym that I had worked with quite successfully and enjoyed working with, which is a big rarity with exercise in me. The word enjoyment usually doesn't come in. So I had reason to bump into her in town, and then I followed up with her and asked for a conversation because I knew I wasn't active enough. I've had a few trips around the sun and realizing how incredibly important having physical fitness and being physically fit and physically able is. So during that conversation, we talked about the options with her. A was going to a gym. She assured me it wasn't your normal gym, but I was like, I don't think that I can commit to that and continue with it. Probably not a good step for me based on past behavior. And yes, we can change past patterns and past behaviors. And I really wanted to find something that I could do that was active and that I enjoyed. Hiking's fabulous. I love hiking. Go away on vacation, I'll hike up, frankly, a mountain to Machu Picchu. But I don't always want to be that vigorous either. And I want to be fit on a day-to-day basis. And I'm not a winter hiker. When winter comes around here and the temperatures drop, I just want to stay inside. I don't like being cold. So we had this conversation. And I discovered that my dear Pam teaches AquaFit. I'm like, well, I could do AquaFit. I really enjoy the water. It's very grounding for me. Let me do this. So I looked into the costs, and it was actually extremely reasonable because it's through our city, and showed up. Realized I was actually getting, even though it's mostly seniors in my exercise class, I'm actually getting cardio. I'm noticing a change in my body for the good. And for the most part, on most days, I'm enjoying it. So here's my challenges I have to get through on a daily basis. Classes from 7 a.m. to 7:45. So for most people, this wouldn't be an issue, but I don't usually wake up till about 7:27 is when my alarm goes off each and every day. So I have to get up earlier. I committed to going twice a week. That felt manageable to me. So that's what I've been doing twice a week, except when I was away on vacation or if my shoulder injury acts up and I'm in too much pain. I missed one or two because of that. But here's what I've discovered. I actually laugh when I'm in AquaFit Today, clearly, I wasn't doing an exercise correctly. And we were working with pool noodles, and I kept floating backwards. I'm like, I know I'm doing something wrong here, but I'll have to figure out what that is. And I still said to my co-classmates, I think laughing really hard at yourself is also a really good ab workout. So I got an aerobic and an ab workout this morning for sure, because I couldn't help laugh at how challenged I was by working with this pool noodle in the water. Okay, so perhaps I'm not one that would be physically coordinated. I never did ballet, never danced as a kid. Closest I would have come was a majorette, and the award I won the one season that I was able to do it was best attendance. That might be an indicator. Uh, in any event, I think it's extremely important to find exercise, but exercise that also brings us joy. So if that's walking for you and you can walk at a pace, for some of you, it will be jogging or half walking, half jogging. That's fabulous. For those of you who have a walking mate or a running mate that you get together, a bit of an accountability, that can really help too. What I have built in with Pam, and I'm not sure she's in total agreement with this, but she's certainly gone along to date, is if I'm going to miss, I just give her a quick email so that I just don't drop off. And it helps me to just reiterate my commitment to my own fitness through someone else. So, how can you find something active that you find enjoyable? Perhaps that's yoga for you. Perhaps that's Tai Chi. Perhaps it is going to a gym and you love going to a gym. A good friend of mine, Melissa, asked me to be her gym buddy and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not your girl for that. So it's not just about having exercise. It's extremely important, and it's equally as important to find exercise that you can enjoy, that gives you the results you're seeking. So I'm getting more stability in my core. I'm probably dropping a few pounds. I haven't really checked and paid attention to that. I'm certainly toning my body. And twice a week, I'm having some pretty good laughs at myself and what's challenging in the water. I've learned a few tricks along the way. Like if I try and do it on a stripe in the pool, I'm more successful because I have a visual reference so that I'm not bumping into my poor neighbors. And apologies to those that I splashed during the poodle noodle exercises this morning. That was not my intention. In any event, I have found an exercise that works for me. I go Tuesdays and Thursdays to the local rec center. And I also walk as well. And I'm healthier for it. I'm healthier and happier. I'm not grumbling going off to the pool. I'm enjoying my time there. So I encourage you to give some really careful consideration in asking yourself, what kind of exercise could actually be enjoyable for you? It could be golf, it could be volleyball. It really doesn't matter what it is. And I encourage you to get more active in your life. Share this with a friend who perhaps is struggling to get active. Maybe it'll give some juju to thinking about what might possibly be enjoyable for them. I'm never going to be an Olympic athlete, and I'm perfectly happy about that. And I want to be a healthy, functioning adult as I go into, let's just say, my more senior years. I want to be able to be up and running and healthy. So, my invitation for you is, what is the exercise you wish to do that will get you more joy in your life and help you to be more healthy as well? That's all for today. Remember, your past doesn't need to define your future. You get to choose. I choose me and exercise. Keep moving forward. We'll see you next week on 10 Minutes to Joy.